What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be working on the Civic, trying to fix an issue that I've been dealing with for the longest. Today we're in the Civic and I'm going to be doing a little bit more work on it because I need to get this car out of this parking spot. The 240 has flooded. If you didn't check out that video, go check it out. Tough L for the 240, but I need a permanent spot so I could take that car completely apart, assess the damage, clean it all up, put it all back together so that hopefully we can save the 240. I got a lot of good feedback on the Facebook groups. I posted my picture and I asked for any advice, and everybody basically told me that I'll be fine as long as I dry out the car completely, check everything, make sure there's no water. But anyways, we're working on the Civic today. One of the biggest issues, well, not biggest issues, but a small issue that I need to take care of is on the shifter. Going into first went in pretty nicely. Going into third, pretty nice. Oh. Going into fifth is being a bit of a booty, but going into second, I can't go into fourth. And definitely I can't go into reverse. I'm pretty sure the way that I installed the shifters under, I'm pretty sure it's making contact or something like that, not allowing it to go into gear completely. We're gonna go ahead and take care of that. Let's go under the car. I couldn't really see anything from down here, but that's basically the little issue that I'm going into, is it just doesn't want to go into the bottom gears. A fellow YouTuber by the name of EG Markoz, I'll have it linked in the description below if you guys want to go check out his channel. He does a lot more Honda related stuff, great content, go check him out. He ended up telling me that my EP3 shifter cables might be a little too short to work for the swap. I took his word for it. I bought some brand new shifter cables, which is what we're going to be installing today, and hopefully it solves the issue. Let's go unbox the new shifter cables. Finally got here. Alrighty. Nice. Well, these actually feel like really hard. I went ahead and bought new shifter cables from Hybrid Racing. Whatever brand really works for your budget. I just kind of bought the Hybrid Racing ones because I already had the short shifter from them. These are really expensive, so try to find whatever you can afford. Doesn't really matter, as long as the car works, that's all that matters. Comes with the hardware and all that. And also, I'm not affiliated with the brand Hybrid Racing. Buy whatever you want, I don't really care. Go outside and install this onto the Civic, and hopefully it solves my issue.
Hey guys, Phil here. Jonathan, I mean, the boss wanted me to let you guys know a couple things before the video or installation started. One of the first things is the cables are not the same length. One of them was a bit longer than the other one, so keep that in mind. The other thing was Hybrid Racing states that the shifter cables are routed in between the subframe and the chassis. Jonathan, I mean, the boss didn't route it like that. He routed it under the subframe. So keep that in mind installing yours. Try whichever way works for you the best. The last thing is, for those of you guys that are new to installing these cables, they pretty much run parallel in the way you mount in on the trans and the shifter, but just a little diagram to help out. This is the driver's side, this is the passenger side for a left-hand drive vehicle. So the smaller Hucky Puck cable will line up on the driver's side knob on the transmissions and will run all the way to the driver's side knob on the shifter. And as far as the passenger side cable, that one has the bigger Hucky Puck that says Hybrid Racing on it, will line up on the passenger side transmission knob all the way back to the passenger side knob on the shifter. So they will be parallel. Just for those of you guys that don't know, I just wanted to give you guys that little information. Enjoy the rest of the video. We're gonna start out on the transmission area by removing the shifter cables. Pull out the little clips. Try not to lose them. Got these clips up here as well. Took a little bit, started getting like a bit corroded on here, so finally got it out the way. Shifter cables are now out. I believe I can either pull them out through here or through the bottom. Bam, there's one. This one will probably have to go through the bottom, but they're both out. Now we're gonna try to install new ones. These are like the ones that go into that shifter box, so we'll go ahead and slide these towards the back. Hybrid Racing says to route the cables in between the subframe and the vehicle, but that didn't work for me, so I just ended up routing it under the subframe. But you guys will see that later. Just do whatever works for your car. I'll go ahead and organize them on the bottom. I'm gonna try to do my best to explain everything. We'll arrange it in the passenger side and driver side. So on the passenger side, there's that Hucky Puck that's horizontal. That will go on the passenger side knob on the shifter. This one, which is the driver's side, that was vertical, and a smaller circle is gonna go on the driver's side knob under here.
I'm sorry for the terrible lighting. I was using a headlamp, but right here, just installing the shifter cables with the clamps, all the little brackets, make sure it's all on there, and the cotter pins for the knobs. On the front, obviously, we want the logo on the top, and this one will go into right there. And go ahead and put our clip. Alrighty, that's now locked into position. Over here, we need this thingy. There's like a little lip right here. That's where this clip goes, or retainer. We got our other cable. This one doesn't have a logo, so I guess orientation doesn't really matter. It goes on this one, just like that. Go ahead and put a cotter pin to keep it in place. Push this one all the way in and put our retainer. And bam, perfect. That should not go anywhere. Looks very nice, very clean. Obviously the transmission looks dirty, but shifter cables look good. I'm gonna go ahead and try out the shifter just to see if it even works. First, oh, there you go. Third, whatever that gear is, it actually is going into gear now. So that is very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then reverse. So it's working. Now let's go talk about how I installed the shifter cables. Go to first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, now put it in neutral and go into reverse all the way to the right and back. Perfect. Alrighty. And if you can tell, our shifter cables are being routed under the subframe, under the steering rack. Whenever we would put it in between the subframe and the, I guess, the vehicle, there would be a lot of extra cable just either pushing up on here or, you know, just pushing out on the bottom, and it didn't look right. So I ended up putting it under the vehicle, and it still doesn't feel like it's in the best shape or best position. I mean, it's working for now. So under the vehicle, everything is pretty much plugged up, but this is where we run into our issue. So the cable is like really close to the headers. I don't really know exactly what to do. The kit gives you this little clamp bracket type of thing, and I don't really know exactly where to put it. I can't find the instructions of, you know, how to install these shifter cables, so I'm pretty much just doing it off the dome. We basically run into the headers whether I put it on top of the subframe or under the subframe. I don't really know exactly what to do. There is this bolt right there, which I'm kind of tempted loosening up and then installing the bracket right there. I kind of feel like that's where it goes, but I don't know where that leads to inside of the vehicle. I'm not too sure exactly what to do, but the shifter cables did indeed fix our little issue that we had. I'm gonna go ahead and install this plate back up in here to seal up our shifter box. Finally done with the shifter cables. Sheesh! Finally, I can shift through the gears, which means that the car can technically move under its own power, which I did want to move it over there to where the key is at, just by pushing it. But since we're able to shift now, I think probably tomorrow or on Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna move the car under its own power. And that's very exciting. I feel like it's a W that I needed to reignite me wanting to finish this car, just because it's been so stagnant for a while. And I don't know, with the whole flooding of the 240, it's making me want to move this car so that I could get the 240 here to work on that. I'm kind of seeing it all as like a good thing that happened, and I hope this video helped you guys out. I know the angles probably sucked and I was doing a lot of trial error, but I guess just follow what I did or apply something that you learned from this video to your car, because honestly it could all vary. Hybrid racing says one thing and then you could probably be installing it and it's a completely different way or fit. So I hope the video helped you guys out. Drop a like if it did, comment anything, subscribe. That's it. I guess next video should be the Civic moving under its own power to its new parking spot. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. Chale ganitas.